Hey everybody, welcome. Women helping women. I'm so excited to be here. I love doing these tarot card readings. They give me so much life. Today, I don't know if you've noticed, because of the Gemini new moon, it's thoughts all over the place. So if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like everything's all over the place, if you feel like you have no clue what's going on, if you feel like it's just thought after thought after thought and you can't keep up, then it's because of the Gemini new moon. So I'm here to do tarot card readings for us today. I'm so excited. Cannot wait to talk about your questions and to really dig in. I'm going to wait a little bit for people to enter. Just want to let you guys know that I do these usually every Friday. The next 2 weeks are going to be touch and go because I'm doing this thing, this program called Unwavering Certainty. How good do those words sound? Unwavering certainty. I'm going to be doing a program and it's about going silent, going within, taking time to breathe. And for me, during Gemini season, someone who goes all the time. And Gemini season is all about air. It's about going. It's about moving. For those of you who don't know, it's a Gemini new moon tonight. I'll talk a little bit about that. I'll weave that through the program because we only have a half an hour and there's so many readings I want to do. Welcome, everybody. My name is Erin Gallagher. My business is Erinspirational with Erin Gallagher, and I support women, people, everyone in awakening their divine spirit, in digging really deep into why they're here, what they're here to do, right? So if you feel any energetic blockages, you don't know why, things aren't happening in your life, what's going on, some of it's strategy and business stuff that you can work on, and some of it is energy. Some of it is forgiveness work. Some of it is digging deep to figure out what's going on in my life. How come I'm not showing up at my highest and greatest and best? So I really support people in jumping into those things. So tarot is my first love. I am almost 40. I've been doing tarot since I was 16. I love it. I call myself a tarot master. I've been doing it forever and it's like second nature to me. So I'll be doing a bunch of readings today, and also I'm offering a 30-minute for only $77. That's really low for me, and I don't offer tarot on my website usually. I'm an Akashic Records reader and teacher, so I've been focusing mostly on Akashic Records, but I love doing tarot in this group, and I love offering tarot to you women only. So there is a link in the description of this video. So sometimes I get a lot of questions in the question area, like, where's the link? Okay, so when somebody goes live, you guys, they put a description and it has links in it. If you look at the description, click on the link, it will take you to book the session. Don't send me an email saying, where's the link? Look in the description. I know that sounds mean, but I have to put my light really close to my face because for some reason, Facebook isn't I look really dark. Anyways, so I am here to do readings for you guys. I'm really excited. Like the description says, I read for people that spirit leads me to. So if you don't get a reading today, it's okay. Know that whatever messages you hear, even if they're for other people, are for you. If they land for you, they land for you. It doesn't matter if they're for you or not, right? So if you ask a question and you don't get an answer or a response, it's not me taking it out on you. I'm not trying to say your question's not as good as anyone else's. If I pick somebody, it's not because they're special or they let me know ahead of time or anything like that. It's that I go where spirit wants me to go. Look at, we got strength already coming up. Strength, you guys, strength. So it's really about where spirit wants me to go, who can get the most amount of messages in the shortest amount of time. Since we only have a half an hour, guides are okay, we want to give the most amount of women the most amount of value for their time. So they always lead me to the person that's going to channel me into a message that supports the most of you at the same time. Does that make sense? So whether I pick your question or not doesn't matter. You will get a message whether you get an individual reading for yourself or not. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, like I said, there's a special $77 tarot card reading for you specifically. Zoom call, just me and you, half an hour just on your question. So if you don't get picked in here, you can get an individual reading. And I also do 3-month one-on-one packages with people to dig really deep into your Akashic Records, do ancestral work, do healing work, do generational trauma, to pull out and remove any blocks, fears, phobias, anything that's going on that's keeping you from making lots of money, lots of impact, and having time with your family and friends to have fun, because that's what life is about, okay? So I'm going to start going through. Hi, everybody, welcome, and I'm going to get to as many tarot card readings as I can. Sometimes I get wordy because, and it's the Gemini new moon, so I'm talking a lot. So I will try to keep it short and swift so we can get to as many people as possible, okay? I love you all so much. I'm so excited. Yay! Okay, so I'm just going to see where spirit takes me. Oh, hi, Melissa. Melissa here is going to is starting a program in August, and I'm going to take that, and it's about trauma certification. So how to be trauma informed in my coaching, which I already am somewhat, but to go even deeper to support women and people I work with is really exciting. So hi, Melissa. I'm excited for August. Okay, I'm being called to Angie Bone or Bon. Angie Bone or Bon, B-O-H-N. Are my new business ventures going to be successful? Angie. Okay, so let me feel into that for a second. Are my new business ventures going to be successful? So I see a little bit of cloudiness. I see that you're not clear, like you don't have clarity. Actually, this is really good right now because it's the Gemini new moon tonight. Gemini is about air. It's about, so air in the tarot is the suit of swords. So swords is all about air. Air is about Gemini. Air is about thoughts, intellectualism, rationale. So it's really about making a clear plan. So what they're showing me is that things are cloudy for you right now. So it's really important during this Gemini new moon especially. So I would do like a ritual tonight to get clear. So get really clear what you're offering, what your come from is, what your why is, and when you go like, what's my why? Oh, my why is I want to help change the world. No, okay, let's go deeper. Why do you want to help change the world? Because it makes me feel good. Why do you want to feel good? Because it makes my family feel good. Why do you want your family to feel good? So just keep digging to get to the why. And you'll never be able to stop really, but I feel for you a seeking, a going deeper into your own awareness of yourself because you are your business. We're all our businesses. Whether we work at a checkout stand in the mall, I mean, we can't do that right now, but you know what I mean, to a high-level CEO. We are our businesses. We are the steward, the queen, the one that holds all, not really control, but over what we do, who we be. That's our business. It's our agency. It's how we show up, right? So how we show up, taking responsibility for your energy. So I feel like for you, there's a little bit of victim energy going on. Like I have to wait for things to get successful. Like there's something outside of me stopping me. So this is for Angie. There's something outside of me stopping me. Also, if somebody else is hearing me say this and they're like, oh, that's me too, then know that, like I said, Spirit wants to give the most messages to the most amount of women today. So if it applies to you, it's for you also. So Angie, I'm just feeling a little bit of victimhood. Like I'm waiting for something to change so I can be successful. Or I'm waiting for coronavirus to be over. Or I'm waiting for this loan to come through. It's never going to be perfect. There's never going to be time where everything just lines up perfectly for you. So there's a kind of an energy of like, woe is me, a little bit of pity. So the first thing to do is like acknowledge that and be like, okay, I'm feeling that. And to not push it away and say, oh, I shouldn't be feeling pity. I should be happy all the time. No. Acknowledge the shadow. Acknowledge the shitty, like, ugh, that's coming up. Let it come up. I always say, like, when I'm doing energy work and Akashic Records, I'm like, when I work with you 3 months, I'm like pulling out your divine spirit and whatever's not you is left behind, right? So all the stuff that is not you that is left behind kind of keeps coming up to the surface. And then we look at it and go, okay, I love you, bye-bye. And then it goes, okay, I can't, and then it goes, then we say, okay, I love you, bye-bye. So we acknowledge it. We say, okay, I know that I've played the victim before, but now it's time to like not do that. And you may come out strong, be like, yeah, I'm going to use this Gemini new moon. And then 2 weeks from now, be like, oh, I'm back in the same spot. You are not back in the same spot. You have overcome, but there's a little bit of 2 steps back, right? So that's what I'm feeling for you a little bit, Angie, is that you go 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And I talked to a client about this, that when you go back, it will almost, your subconscious will like convince you that like, oh, I didn't get anything done. That's wrong. You've gotten tons done. And just because everything's in layers, right? So things take layers, things take time. Know that when things come back up to the surface the second time, the third time, the 100th time, you're not going to be triggered or as reactionary to it. Okay, so the same pattern may as well, it may come up. I have patterns that I've been dealing with for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, right? And from past lifetimes. They may still come up, but know that they're there to be looked at, and you will get less and less triggered by them. You'll just be able to look at them neutrally. So it's really important to look at it neutrally. So to answer your question, yes, your business ventures will be successful, but remember, your business is you. So treat yourself as you would your business. You know, something that you really want to create, as something you really love and nurture and support. Or your kids, or something in your life, someone in your life that you would do anything for. Treat yourself that same way, and just be gentle with yourself. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you. Let's see. Oh my God, I just realized I didn't even pull a card. See, sometimes we don't even need to pull. Sometimes I don't even need to pull tarot cards. It's just like, that's why I do Akashic Records. Actually, I just kind of channel information now instead of. Oh, happy birthday, Stacy! Yay, let's give Stacy a little happy birthday reading. Everybody say happy birthday to Stacy. Where'd you go? Stacy Seamus Pierce. Stacy says, my birthday is today and the new moon. What does that mean? Okay, so when your birthday falls on a new moon, it just means that, I mean, it depends on what sign you are and what your natal chart is, but it's just basically like it's supercharged. So your birthday is already supercharged because it's your birthday. So then there's an extra level of supercharge. And it's because it's like, I mean, the new moon or the full moon may not have been happening when you were born, but because it's coming back around at a time that is your birthday, it's just going to be a little bit like more of a zap. So it's like if, so what I'm being shown is like a storm, like a regular storm versus a storm with thunder and lightning. It's like just a little bit more, you know what I mean? This Gemini energy makes it hard for me to just stop. But also because I have 30 minutes, I'm like, let's go fast, okay? So let's pull a card for you, Stacy. Birthday, new moon, Gemini, what does it all mean? Ooh, you're getting the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands for you is like, pick up, get ready, get going, be the warrior, get out on the battlefield, start going. This is like a fast moving energy. You're already fast moving because you're Gemini, right? So it's like Gemini, there's like, I mean, it depends on, like I said, the other things in your natal chart, but this is like a fire energy. So the Knight is masculine, the Wands are masculine. So it's a masculine doing energy, okay? Also, this energy of Wands is fire. So it's like fire, fire. So it's like, imagine if you were, you know, set a little spark fire somewhere and then it like took over the whole mountainside. That's how the King of Wands, or the Knight of Wands is. It's like they're moving forward like fire taking over a whole mountain, right? I'm hoping this light isn't getting in my in this shot. Okay. And so, yeah, so it's like go, go, go. Also, it's like a warrior energy. So it's like a masculine warrior energy. So it feels to me like there's some kind of inner battle you're going through. Some kind of, I don't know what battle is going on, but there's some kind of like turmoil is the word they're telling me. So there's a little bit of turmoil because you can see he's wearing armor. So even if the situation doesn't call for armor, you have this internal voice that says like, I gotta suit up. Like I gotta be ready to defend myself. So your guys are kind of telling me, yes, like get going, be the fire energy, be masculine energy right now. That's going to suit you, but don't let it suit you so much where you're armoring and you get defensive about it. Like they're like, let go of the defense. Just, it's almost like a kid either unleashed in a candy store with $5. Well, nowadays it'd be $20, but you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, I can do whatever I want, I can get all the candy. Ah! Like that energy, not like, oh my God, I gotta defend myself and everyone's out to get me and like I gotta like make sure and I'm comparing myself to other people and I have to like make sure I like push everyone else away so I can show myself. It's not like that. It's like working with other people. Remember, a knight takes the information from the king. So let's say the king is like, we're at war, I need bodies on the ground to support me in like getting this land or whatever it is. And the warrior, no matter what, trusts and believes and loves his king and does whatever he says, right? So he is a warrior, boots on the ground for his king. At the same time, he's doing it for the kingdom. He's doing it for the people. He's doing it for the other knights. He's a man of principle. He's a man, right? So it's like principle, valor. So you're doing it for everyone. You don't have to have your defenses up. So this is really saying don't have your defenses up. It's time for you to like love and be fiery and feisty in a good way. Because you can see there's a little bit of like paranoia on it. And it's like, you don't have to be paranoid like this. Like you can just charge out into the like battlefield and it doesn't have to be a fight, right? It can just be like, I'm here to like support the land and raise the planetary vibration for everyone. Like, what is your why? Get deeper with why you're doing what you're doing. Okay, so that's Stacy's little birthday reading. Yay! Man, the time goes by so fast in these things. For those of you just entering or who did not hear my intro, my name is Erin Gallagher. My business is Erin Inspirational. The work I do is mostly Akashic Records and digging really deep in doing high levels of healing, pulling out old stuff that's not serving you, subconscious patterns, ancestral patterns, and doing energy clearing and also Akashic readings in order to push you lovingly into fearless living, bold living, and awakening the true spirit that's within you. I always say I'm pulling out your divine spirit and everything that's not you is left behind, right? So I do have this amazing 3-month package where if you click on the description, you can get a whole outline. It's kind of like a sales page for the whole 3-month package. It is a 4-figure investment, so that's only if you're willing and ready to do a full one-on-one 3-month package. But if you're not there yet, I have a special for this group only, limited time, only $77 for a 30-minute reading. So book the reading when you can after this. They're probably going to go fast, so book them after this, or book it right now, for just a 30-minute reading just for you separate. So if you want a separate reading for a specific question you have. Okay, 15 minutes. Good, we still have some time. All right, let's see. Again, if I don't call you, it doesn't mean I have anything out for you. It just means Spirit leads me to very specific people to read for, that when I read for them, their messages apply to the most amount of people. So if you're hearing a message and you're like, oh my God, that's me. She's talking to me even though she's not reading for me. Yes, I am. Susan Conover. Susan Conover says, what is holding me back from being successful? Susan, what is holding me back from being successful? I'm seeing you like in a chariot, like pulling the reins back. So there's something about you where you're like pulling back on something, where it's like you'll go forth and you'll be like, I'm doing it. And then either self-doubt or like self-hatred or like I'm hearing self-beat up comes in, and it's like, I can't do it. Like I'm feeling like you know, like when a kid goes to do something and they're like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it. And they're so excited. And then they like try over and over and they can't, and they start crying. They're like, it's like almost like they realize like, I can't do this. Of course they can if they like, if their heart was like, you know what, I'm going to do it no matter what. You know, it's all about the mind and the body. And so there's a little bit of like either self-doubt or someone told you like before that you couldn't do it and then you believed it. That's what I'm hearing, is like someone told you before that you couldn't do it and you believed it, and now it's like stuck in your subconscious. So doing a lot of work around like deeply subconscious, going into, I'm hearing like familial patterns, or someone, it's like they're telling me specifically, someone told you that, like, or even if they didn't say it to you, like, you're not good enough, they didn't say it that way. But, okay, so this is an example. So say you're a kid, you're 6 years old, you're like tugging on your mom or dad's pant leg, like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And they just look at you and say, no, I'm tired of you asking me. Boom. That 1 second right there could inform in your mind, I can't do it because they said I couldn't do it. Even if it's something small like that, children, you never know what they're going to take as like, oh, did you guys see that? The light just like flashed. Maybe that was just on my end, but the light just flashed. Wow. I'm trying to get the lighting, like the shadows on this screen are bad. Okay. So it's like, it doesn't have to be some big trauma that happened to you. It could just be one time you said something, your mom said something, your dad said something that made you feel like, man, and I'm hearing the word fuck, like fuck. Like I did it wrong, or I did it wrong again. So, and I'm also feeling a little bit of like, not that it was born into you, but it's almost like what I'm hearing is I'm telling you that, and your spirit is saying, but I didn't believe. It's like it's like you believed it, but you know that because you believed it, that's why it's causing you problems. It's not, you're not holding a grudge against the person who did that, whoever it is or whatever it is. You know that you took that and you ran with it, but now you're like, what's the next step? So it is that kind of like nebulous, what happened? Okay, so the death card's at the bottom. A lot of people in tarot get freaked out about death card. The death card is actually good. What this means, Susan, is that this thing that has been stopping you is going away. Like it's dying in order for this new thing to start. So what you'll see in the death card, what people don't notice is that they just see the death card and they're like, oh my God, it's not literal. No one's going to die. It just means that something is dying in order to be rebirthed. We need something within us that's dying, that's no longer working to die. And sometimes it's painful. Sometimes grief comes up. By the way, thank you for all the hearts and the likes on you guys on this video. It's making me so happy. And as you'll see, there is, yes, the death. Something's dying. Something's ending. So I'm feeling for you that this pattern is ending. Like it's going away, but it's almost like this reading is going to help you because it's like someone is telling you this is happening. It's like you needed to be acknowledged. Like, oh my God, that is what it is. So it's like you needed to be acknowledged. I'm acknowledging you. Your spirit guides are acknowledging you because they acknowledge you through me. I'm a channel, right? So you're hearing that through them. So it's like you're not crazy. It's true. And it's about to go. And you have very much control over whether it goes or not. Because you can say, you know what? F this. It is going. I always say, when I'm doing my trainings about ancestral trauma or releasing generational trauma or anything like that, my 3 words I always say is, it ends now. So I want you to write that down everywhere. Do a Gemini new moon thing tonight, ritual tonight, and just have your phrase of the ritual will be like, it ends now. The energy of Gemini is air. Air in the tarot is represented by swords. So think of swords cutting it out of your life. It ends now. It's gone. Bye. Period. The end. You get to go away. I've done that in my life so much where I was like, oh, I'd write in journals and talk about it. When will this go away? I'm not waiting anymore. I'm saying you're going. I'm not waiting for you to be ready. Bye-bye. I'm going to set you down and I'm going to walk away. Okay, that doesn't mean we don't get to acknowledge, like I said, acknowledge the shadow, acknowledge the shitty feelings that come up around it. But look, at the other side of this death card, there's a pillar with the sunshine in the background. You're going on this journey toward the pillar, toward the sunshine. Remember that getting to the sunshine is not the crux of the assignment or the thing you're doing. It's the path to get there. The path is the important part, not getting there. So whether you ever get there or not is not the thing. We're not getting anywhere. That's why we're always seeking and moving and expanding. We're so focused on getting to this like end game that we forget that the path is actually the part that's the most amazing part, because we get to rebirth and die and rebirth again over and over again. And you'll see this kind of Pope character. So this is kind of like an old school. These cards were like from like the 1500s. So these are like old like there's a lot of Christianity themes in the cards. So it's like, this is rebirth. This is like, and this is a major card. This isn't a minor card. So this is like, this is a huge rebirth of spirit, of soul, of your business, of everything. So Susan, you need to take control and say like, it ends here and it ends now. Like, regardless of anything I went through before, regardless of the stories I keep telling myself. Yes, the stories are, like I said, coming up for you to look out, listen to, and say like, I feel you in my heart. I understand that you protected me when I was young in order for me to like survive childhood and to survive maybe any trauma that happened to me when I was a kid. But now I'm at a different space in my life and I get to choose. And I'm going to choose to let you go lovingly. And now, what's next? Let's move into it. It ends now. What's new? Because this is death and then there's rebirth afterwards. So that is really good for you, because that's like your spirit guides telling you it's not something that's going to hold you back any longer unless you choose to hold on to it. If you keep choosing to hold on to it, it's going to stay there. So I'm not saying it's the magic pill that it's just going to go. You have to do the work. Okay. All right. Sometimes I wish I had an hour, because I want to like just talk to all of you. Like I want to like interact with all of your comments. And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I'm having to be the tarot lady that just goes through and ignores everyone. I'm not ignoring you. I'm seeing all your questions, but I wish I could answer every single one of them. Look at all these amazing. Aww. Love you guys. Okay, Stephanie says, Stephanie Nicole. Oh, we have 2, 3, 4 people in this chat. 2, 3, 4, special numbers, sequence of numbers. Stephanie Nicole, I got accepted to 2 schools, one for medical, one for hospitality, and I don't know which one to choose. I've been searching for an answer, but we all know Geminis are indecisive. It's funny because I feel like Geminis are either really indecisive or completely decisive. It's either one or the other, which is hilarious because Geminis are so... 2. It's always about 2. So for me, Geminis are about dichotomies. They're like one or the other, which is really frustrating because it's like, who are you? Like 1 minute you're this, 1 minute you're that. It's like, I don't know. 1 minute you're like, let's do this, let's do that, let's go on it. And then the next minute it's like, oh, what's happening? You're, what is going on, Gemini? Okay, Stephanie, let's see. Okay. 2 schools, one for medical, one for hospitality. I'm feeling hospitality. That's coming up for me. That's what your guides are telling me. Hospitality. We'll pull a card to see what else. I, in fact, don't even know what hospitality means versus medical. So I literally am just hearing your guide saying that. So I can't give any more information about, oh, look at this, about what each one is going to do for you or what it could. Because here's the thing. You can choose to do whatever you want. Like, there's nothing outside of you that's going to tell you any better or worse than what you can tell yourself inside. Whenever I do tarot card readings and Akashic Records readings with people, sometimes they'll be like, I already knew that. And I'm like, well, first of all, there's a part of you inside that didn't know that, or else the answer wouldn't have come up like that. or that hasn't been fully integrated. So someone will be like, oh, I already knew that, like I'm doing that work. Okay, well, there's something missing or else it wouldn't have come up, right? And the other thing is that we kind of feel like we need someone outside of us to tell the things and what we need. And a lot of times I'll do these readings and they'll be like, oh, like you're just telling me what I already knew, which is actually good. You want me to tell you what you already know, because then it empowers you to make the choices and moving forward with your free will. But there are things, of course, that come up that you may or may not know, because there may be cloudiness. Like with the first person I read, there was some cloudiness there. So it might be like, I don't know what's going on. I need someone to give me clarity. So that's what tarot really helps with. And Stephanie, this is a beautiful card, the 9 of Pentacles. Look at this lovely woman. She's like, so I got this card a lot when I was moving from Los Angeles to Oregon. So I lived in Los Angeles. Oh my God, I only have 4 minutes. Damn it. I lived in Los Angeles until August of 2019. I lived there for 8 years. I was in film and television. Now I'm a coach and a healer. Long story. And I got this a lot. And what this means is like slowing down, touching into nature. And this really goes with the hospitality thing, right? It's like taking care of yourself, taking care of others, taking care, like just being I'm hearing like a careful person. And I don't mean careful in a like be careful way, but like a very deliberate nature. This woman has a deliberate, serene, loving nature. So I feel that that's your nature deep down, and your guides are acknowledging you right now. They're like, we're not giving her advice right now. We're acknowledging her for being this woman, for fully embodying, whether you feel it on the outside or not, whether you feel like a crazy mess or a crying mess or everything's going on in your head, deep down, that's your true nature. And your guides are so proud of you. They're like, smile. You know, like a parent smiles at a kid, like on stage, like, that's my baby. That's how your guides are smiling at you right now. And they're like, look at her. Look how amazing, like, look at what she's created with her life. Look at her. They're just like, just look at her. I don't know if you had a family member, a mom, a dad, or a grandparent that died, because I do feel an energy of someone like, isn't she great? Isn't she lovely? Like, I feel like it might be someone in your family, because it feels like a very specific type of person coming in to say, like, look how beautiful she is. So you're being acknowledged by your passed over loved ones. And this is you. It's just this serene, loving woman. This is a beautiful button for the end of this session. Like I said, I usually go live every Friday at this time. I don't know about the next 2 Fridays because I'm doing a program where I'm going silent and I'm doing a silent meditation. Oh my God, during Gemini season, and I talk so much. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me. If you're ready to invest in yourself, whether small or large, I am here for you. If you want to do a 30-minute tarot card reading, someone already booked one, so get in before everyone books up, because I have a pretty tight schedule. And there is a special $77 30-minute reading if you want a reading just for you. And also, if you'd like to work with me deeper one-on-one in my Akashic Records Deep Healing Program, it's a package, it's just one-on-one. Let me know. We can either schedule a discovery call, private message me, anything else. Just one last thing, and I don't want to sound mean, but I don't do free readings. A lot of people will reach out to me after this and be like, hey, can you read me? Or I didn't get read during the thing, and I don't do free readings. So I do free readings during these videos every now and then, but I don't just do a bunch of free readings in my off time. Okay. Love you guys so much. Thank you for joining. Cannot wait to work with you one-on-one, because I know at some point we will. If you're feeling like it's time to work with someone one-on-one, reach out. And I can't wait to talk to you, and I'll let you know when I'm going live next. Keep your eyes peeled in this group. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.